Two peas in a bong.
Two peas in a bong. Two peas
Two
in a
peas in a
bong.
bong.
Two peas and a bong. Two peas and a bong. Two peas
Two peas
Two
in a
peas
bong.
in a bong.
Two peas.
All right, y'all. Two peas in the bong in the building again. It's your boy DP.
It's your boy KP.
And wanted to send a special shout out to all the moms on Mother's Day weekend. It's your boy Bong. What up?
Now that we got that Mother's Day shit out the way, nah, nah.
You did.
Man, y'all know what we here for.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Bong.
We're gonna have to let
Yesterday, you said you wanted to get right into this Boston, New York game.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Hold on. Let's let it build a little bit, man. Let's let it build a little bit. Hold on.
Let's let it breathe.
Yeah. Give it a few
See
minutes.
if we can get some folks in here.
See if we can get some folks in here first, man. Some of the gang. I know none
Man.
yet. A few other folks, you know what I'm saying, kind of
So
tapped
just
in.
on some regular stuff, man. I was driving around all day looking for a copy of that Sentinel, that paper that Ari is in. They had a little article of her, little write up. She got the athlete of the week.
Man, congratulations.
Yeah, appreciate that, brother.
Yeah.
But,
What
man,
sport? What sport?
Well, they reference all of them that she plays.
That's
So I'm saying she got the athlete of the week, but
student athlete of the week.
Okay.
Yeah, they just referenced all of them. They talked about how she started there, as a soccer player, but has been in flag football and on track and stuff like that. So, but shit, man, I was driving around all the first half of the day, like damn near right before the game was starting.
Just walking past niggas are like, hey, you got a Sentinel? You got a
hey, all the gas stations and 7-Elevens were looking like we don't get the I was like, oh. They were like, it's the internet now, man. One dude told me you gotta go. He was like, you gotta go to the Crenshaw area, but that's where I found one though.
That's funny.
So he knew.
Yeah, because he was a 7-Eleven like owner.
Yeah.
Oh, he was like, we don't get them delivered here anymore. He was like, you got to go to the Crenshaw.
Don't take that shit over there up Crenshaw.
Yeah.
Take that shit up Crenshaw, man.
That's how you.
You said that's how you what?
That's how I used to feel about trying to find the wave.
Oh man, the wave was everywhere. What you talking about? That shit.
Hey man, I used to not be able to find the wave. Like, damn, man.
Yeah.
Because you'd have more stuff in the wave than the LA Times.
Man, I'm talking about
the wave is covering the city.
Yeah, the liquor stores had them, 7-Eleven had them, but they didn't have the Sentinel. But the Sentinel's location, their building is off of Crenshaw though. Okay. Like 39th and Crenshaw or something like that. You know where the Wiener Schnitzel is on Crenshaw? By Earl's and all that? It's like right over there. So, but yeah.
We're doing a few things over there. I think a lot of people had to relocate to that area because they
got
kicked out of Baldwin Hills Mall.
Yeah.
They sold that shit. Gentrification is a motherfucker over there in the Crenshaw district. We ain't gonna talk about that today though. But
yeah, crazy.
Either way, okay. I think a nice little intro, man. We can kind of get to it.
All right. So,
hey, I said last night that today will be the craziest atmosphere, the craziest environment at Madison Square Garden, and that Boston would have to overcome the rabid fans, the rabid Knicks fans at MSG. And Boston said, nigga, we just gonna keep shooting threes.
Oh,
like, nigga, it is what it is.
The script, baby.
We're sticking to the script. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah. Hey, well, I mean, they came through today.
Did what they had to do.
Yep.
Right before the game started, I sent a text message to you guys. And I said Boston wins game 3. Tatum's legacy takes a step forward. So,
and what was my reply? I said he walking in the building wearing Timbs on that goofy shit he be doing, like trying.
Yeah,
that shit always trips me out when athletes do that shit. Like they come, like the 49ers or they'll come into a stadium wearing all black, like it's a funeral or something, or you know what I'm saying, like yesterday with Jokic. He comes in wearing a Joker.
Oh, the Joker.
Yeah.
Just doing that little goofy shit.
They were just talking about that shit.
Especially if you don't show out. Like Tatum didn't do anything like extravagant today. You know what I'm saying? He ain't do no Ant Edwards type shit or nothing like that.
I was gonna get to that.
Yeah, that's what come out here with the overalls and the Timbs on. You from St. Louis.
Trying to look workmanlike.
Right, exactly. But hey, man, they got the win. At this point in time in the playoffs, man, that's all you want to do. You just want to win in advance.
Yeah.
Dizzle,
what up, bro?
In the building. What's good, Dizzle? What's good?
So here's my. So after today, man, I'm anti-Tatum.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
You sure you weren't that before today?
No.
Okay.
No. Now, okay. and let me say this. I think Tatum is talented. I think his upside. I think he has one of the highest ceilings in the NBA.
Okay.
But I'm anti-Tatum because this is game 3, and if you lose this game, the series is virtually over. Stat-wise, he played a good game. Like when you look at his numbers across the board, but when you watch him, he didn't play hard at all. Okay. It just so happened to work itself out to his benefit. I would say half the plays when they were running the sets, when Boston was running the sets, half the time he never came inside the 3-point line. So, and I'm not even talking about when he shot. I'm talking about when his teammates shot, when his teammates drove. If you go back and watch the game, he wasn't stepping inside. He wasn't trying to crash. He crashed the offensive glass one time that was late in the fourth quarter with about 4 minutes left when he shot a 3-pointer. It hit all backboard, and he ran, got his rebound, and finished so that they didn't get a 24-second shot violation. But in watching Tatum, like, it was still casual. His shot just fell. He just shot well from 3. He didn't necessarily shoot well from the field. He was 8 for 20 from the field, but he was 5 for 9 from 3. So the 3-point ball was kind to him.
Hey, so make him mislead, KP.
He did get, again, but I'm talking about going all out. I'm talking about going all out in a situation where your season is on the line. You said what?
Hey,
I'm just looking at Bong.
I'm sitting here like, hey man, he has 7 assists, right? So
Dizzle asking if I'm trying to gaslight KP.
Nah, and so you look. I'm gonna tell you, in this game, you saw the guys that were going hard. That they were like, okay, our season is on the line. guys like Al Horford with 3 offensive rebounds, he's crashing. Derek White, 3 offensive rebounds. Luke Cornett, I thought played well in his limited time.
You
Now,
shouting
I
out
I'd
Luke
say
Cornett and you not
listen.
and you
I,
saying
I
Tatum is
I started by saying that he is talented, but I'm saying the urgency. He plays with no urgency, none at all. It
er,
was
there's
very frustrating.
there's a lot more asked of a superstar, right? We'll say that Jason Tatum is the star of the Boston Celtics. Can we agree on that? That's
Yeah,
everybody's okay.
yeah.
yeah.
So,
Scotty boy comes into the building firing.
always,
always.
always,
It's always
always
something.
spewing negativity.
Yeah.
Scotty boy, what up?
Scotty
What up?
boy will
You
say it with his chest.
Scotty Boy took Draymond on points.
Oh,
That's what that
listen,
was.
what did I say? I
but
said
I
you can
get to that.
always tell
Yeah,
what's going on with his prop bets
With
based
his
on his first
parlays, huh?
comment.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we can agree that Jason Tatum is a star for the Boston Celtics.
Yeah.
Being a star player, you're asked to do a lot more, right? So, yes, you may not be going all out for offensive rebounds and things of that nature, but Al Horford, that's your job. Or uh, uh, what's the Derek White? That's your job. Like,
Mm,
because you have to do more. Again, he still gave you damn near triple double. 22. What was it? 22, 9, and 7.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Yeah.
For a nigga
So
that wasn't trying, for a nigga that wasn't trying hard, or a nigga that wasn't, like that's fairly, I'll take that. I can live with that.
but you
You
know
know,
what? It's I know we're not gonna talk about the Minnesota game yet, but was Tatum, because I know Bong said it wasn't no in Edwards shit, but Tatum wasn't really in a spot where he had to be in the fire like that. You know
that's
what I'm
true.
saying? Like
That's true.
they got out
It was comfortable. They was
and it was
comfortable early.
right. That's what I mean. It was like
Right.
they coasted.
Yeah. Now it's just
So
hold the line.
yeah,
Hold the line. We ain't got to expend too much energy. We probably not going deep into any kind of adjustments because it's no need. Okay, we did what we had to do. So yeah, that has to be taken into account. It was 24-12 early.
mm-hmm.
I said, oh shit, damn! I thought New York was gonna come out here being being fired up by the atmosphere, the electric atmosphere. But at the end of the day,
They just
they're
couldn't
still the New
snap
York
back.
Knicks.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, if we think about it, at the end of the day,
It's been like that every time. Every
Yeah.
game.
if we think about it, they
But
just
Boston
didn't
let him in it because they were missing shots. Today they just were making
exactly.
the motherfuckers.
They were
That's
just
what
making
that
them.
was the
Yeah,
difference.
exactly. That was the only difference because they was getting their ass kicked the first 2 games.
Yeah.
And just walked Boston down. So it was like, okay, same script. Y'all just couldn't walk them down today. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But
Well,
Boston,
Pritchard was key.
Lights
yeah,
out.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
lights out today.
yeah. So I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I know that they got the win. And again, I know that Tatum's stat line looks good, but just watching him, he doesn't play hard.
So
And that's the part of watching Tatum and seeing Tatum that's frustrating. It's like, man, you're down 2-0, you're on the road, you got to have a little bit more urgency, Jason. You're too talented because he's talented.
is he
And so
oh man, I don't know. Is that
I just want to see
why
him play
you
harder.
okay, what would you what does harder look like to you from Tatum?
Harder looks like not settling on jumpers. It looks like getting to the basket, getting to the free throw line, putting pressure on the defense. So
Yeah,
I mean,
that's just not
again,
his game.
like
KP,
like
go
he
ahead.
like he's coming up the court and he's passing the ball to the open guy, and he's holding his hand up at the 3-point
To get it
line.
back.
No. I'm talking about when the shot goes up.
Oh,
He's
okay.
he's celebrating. It's
Instead
like
of crashing
crash.
or yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah, yeah.
crash. Like you just holding your
Hey,
hand up celebrating.
hey
Now those
KP.
shots went in. What's up?
KP.
What's
He's
up?
no Jaylen Brown.
Yeah. I mean, he's no Derek White.
Yeah, and like Bong said earlier, I think he was that you or was that Bong that was
That was
talking about
Bong. That was Bong.
yeah, like he's not that's not him.
Yeah.
Like
So, yeah,
I'm just convinced like now it's like he ain't that's just not his style, dog. Like
like he's too talented. If he just did that and I'm just saying if he did it a little bit more, if he could do that a little bit more, then I think we are
Doris
talking
Burke
about
Doris Burke said that about Brown.
what?
He went to the cup one time and she was like, I'd like to see him do that a little bit more. And he did it a little bit more. It's just he will do it. Tatum
Yeah.
will probably here and there go, but he's going.
Tatum
Tatum is gunning.
And
Brown
that's
will go to the cup. Go ahead.
but to me, that's why I feel like Tatum can't like if he went to the cup more and did those things, I think he becomes the face of the league. Because now he's unstoppable. Now you don't have these on-off games. It's like even when you're not shooting good, you're still killing. That like Anthony Edwards tonight, he didn't shoot the ball good, but he still did his thing.
He don't always kill either.
Exactly.
And he's aggressive and he has off games.
Exactly.
This was his best game in a minute, dog.
And it was really his best half.
Right.
First half he didn't look like shit. But
right.
What I'll say about Brown is that Brown probably not having the full package or having the skill set that Tatum has will have to rely on getting to the basket a little bit more than Tatum will. You just said he's talented, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he knows I got a toolbox, or I got a utility belt, and I can go and get this, I can go and get that. I don't need to rely on going to the basket. So
and he's more of a mid-range guy, so he's gonna be trying to get to those spots anyway. He's, free throw line extended and down. That's really where he operates.
You're talking about Brown, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So for me, again, I'm looking at the score. 36-20 in the first quarter. They outscored them 71-46 at half.
Mm-hmm.
There was no need. We didn't need to see you, flying all over. Like, nah, just let's just hold the line. Hold the line, man.
Look, Dizzle said once again, KP. He said once again, I'm with KP. What does Tatum do? That is great. A jack of all trades and a master of none. I'm not necessarily disagreeing with that. I'm just saying.
Bong, the thing that I would tell you though, right? You said the score was 71-46 at halftime. At that point, Tatum had never. You didn't see Tatum sprint that whole first half. He never sprinted down the court. It was always a jog, trot, walk. In the second half, when they were up 25, up over 20, Tatum sprinted twice. He sprinted once for a dunk, which again, the game was already out of reach. And then he sprinted on a missed three for offensive rebound to finish and pad his stats. Don't choose to sprint now and show the burst now. You had all game to do it. Like, that's the part to me that's frustrating.
Dizzle.
Like, oh, what are you doing?
Dizzle, do you know why he's not up there with Jokic and Giannis? Because they don't ask him to do that stuff. I'm just saying, I get what y'all saying. Like, he's talented. You're looking at him like he's supposed to be the star and all that. But he has a better supporting cast than Jokic does. A better supporting cast than Giannis does. A better supporting cast than Anthony Edwards. A better supporting cast than Steph Curry. Like, I mean, I'm just saying, so they don't ask him to do it. Like, I get it, and I feel where you're coming from. Like, you want to see him play harder. You want to see him go to the cup. You want to see him do all those things that make him, what you say, KP, on the verge of being the face of the league. But, I mean, you won't see that. You won't see that until, remember, the chat was saying if they lose and then they get rid of somebody, and most likely if it has to be somebody, it would be Brown. You won't see that until it's not a 1A, 1B situation. It's Tatum and then Brown is going
and
somewhere else.
and the Supremes.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, Derek
No.
White. Now, nigga, show me what you got. Let me see what you say, DP. Let me see your best combination.
Show me your best combination. Just
Shit.
like I thought. That ain't shit.
But I
No,
say,
but I hear both. I hear you and Dizzle, and I'm
looking
not
at this,
necessarily disagreeing. I'm just saying, is he in a position where the team is asking that of him?
No, I hear you, and to answer you, no, he doesn't. He doesn't have to do all that. But to me, it just now it makes more sense why Steve Kerr wasn't playing him last summer. It's like, dog, you don't play hard. That I'm just saying, these are the thoughts, these are the things that I was seeing, and while I was watching him, like, he's talented, dog. Just play harder.
But KP,
Just play harder.
if you're agreeing to his supporting cast in Boston being better, that USA team is OD. They're way better. The cast on that team is way better, so he don't have to do what you're asking him to do with Boston on that team for sure. Like, just put him out there and see what he does. You're not even seeing. How do you tell if he plays hard? You just looking. You didn't even play him. What the fuck? I don't see how what he's doing with Boston goes back to USA basketball. Those are two completely different basketball settings. There's no justification. The only reason why you could say that about Kerr is because they won the gold medal, straight up. Other than that, like, there's no, fuck that shit. You should have played him, dog.
Let's see how the rest of the series plays out. I want to see Jason Tatum in a tight game and how he reacts.
We did. We saw him twice in a tight game.
No. Those were games where you thought you were up comfortably. You start reeling. Everything's off the hinges. So everybody becomes unhinged. I'm talking about in a tight, competitive game,
like a back and forth
game,
okay,
right? Where now, and you know that somebody on the other side, if it's Brunson on the other side, you know he's going to do his part to get busy. What does that? Because a lot of times, what happens with these talented players, and again, like DP said, they put them in a system. Sometimes it takes a little. This motherfucker trying to do that? Okay. Now I get a little bit more aggressive. It was kind of like, and again, we'll talk about the Minnesota game later, but when Butler's going off and your boy the boy Kuminga, who your boy Kurt sabotaged a few times, starts getting off, then Ant it's like, okay, fuck it. Now it's personal. Now you kind of see him get into a different mode.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But before you saw it when it switched. You know what I'm saying? I think he dunked on who the fuck did he dunk on? He dunked on Looney.
Kevon Looney.
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay.
But that was after he got dunked on. But go ahead.
Right. But sometimes it takes that to bring that out of these guys where it's like, hey man, okay, now I'm not playing no more.
Yeah.
But
because when Butler shook the shit out of that nigga too on that spin.
Yeah. I agree. I agree with everything you're saying, and I think that Tatum would respond. And I think he'll the only thing that I would say to that, the negative thing would be that I still think he would take high degree of difficulty shots and make them, and it's like he won't make the easy play. He's gonna make the play.
Julius Randle.
Oh my gosh.
He's gonna make the play, but it's gonna be a contested shot. It's like, Tatum, why did you? You made that, Tatum. Damn.
Hey, Julius a lefty too, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, he gonna try and sit. Hey, he gonna go left every motherfucking time. That shit's so funny. I know we're gonna talk about that later, but boy, that motherfucker, he don't give a fuck if you sitting on the left. I'm still going left. It's coming this way.
But And you mentioned something, DP, about me shouting out, talking about Luke Cornett. So I do want to talk about Luke Cornett for a second and shout Luke Cornett out. I'm gonna call him Mr. Wait Your Turn, because he's been in the league. I think he's been in the league for about 6-7 years, something like that. Hasn't really got any opportunity, but in a situation where Porzingis is looking like a shell of himself, Luke Cornett came to play. He's, throughout the course of this season, his field goal percentage is 67%. He finishes well. He just doesn't get the opportunity because the bigs are better in Boston than he is right now.
Because
So
he doesn't get the opportunity because the circumstance doesn't call for it, right?
because the bigs are just better than him
The
right
circumstance doesn't call for it, right?
now. I guess.
That is the circumstance. They have
Okay.
big.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
in a situation
Yes.
where he don't.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's the
Yes.
same thing with Tatum. When does the
Yes.
circumstance call for him to do all of the things that you're talking about? Like, they don't ask him to do it.
Like Dizzle say, he's supposed to be up there with Giannis. Giannis to go do that shit and be cussing his teammates out after the game too. Like, damn, motherfucker, I just gave you 40, 15.
I'm saying just crash, dog, crash. You can get some
that part. Yeah, that part. I get that. I'm just saying, like, so crashing the boards and getting offensive boards. Okay,
getting offensive board, yeah, and then going to the basket, attacking, because he has a great mid range game. He has everything. He is a 3-level scorer, but
yeah,
we
I
don't
agree.
always see the 3 levels of scoring,
because
and we don't
they
see
have
him
their coaching scheme has abandoned the 3 levels. KP, like they want to shoot the threes. It's like at some point, that's why I keep asking you, like, okay, I've always said the players got to have savvy enough to be like, I'm breaking the play. Go to the cup, score, do whatever when it calls for it, right? So, yeah, that part is on the players. Crashing the board, that's on the players. But if the scheme itself that you roll out is, nigga, take as many threes as you possibly can. If they're open shots, take them. Like, that's a coaching scheme.
They're not always open, and you're still taking them. You might as well take the open mid-range as opposed to taking the contested 3.
Why don't you tell Mazzulla that? That's what I'm saying. Like, that's not his scheme. That's not what he's telling them to do.
So basically, they're not looking at film the next day.
No.
And Mazzulla saying like, "Hey man, that should have been you should have
drove to the basket on this one,
or should have opted right to take the uncontested mid range." He's like, "Hey man, keep shooting. That shit's gonna eventually fall."
Right.
Like,
that's, and I don't like it. I don't like that shit.
And the funny thing about it, man. So it kind of makes me miss my boy Kobe, man, and rest in peace to the mama. And he talks about his offense when he was with the Lakers with Phil Jackson, and how, like, hey man, we have this offense that we run, right? And it's these set, like, there's like things within the offense that are supposed to happen. But nigga, if you do this, there's basically a reply for that. Like, we have other things that we can kind of, what I'm saying,
the counter,
there's other triggers, other levers that we can pull when you do certain things. And he was talking about how a lot of the NBA, and this is, remember, so Kobe been gone for a few years now, but a lot of the NBA, they disrespect the game because they don't really go into those details. That it's just really, hey man, this is our offense. We're going to run it. Either we run it or you stop it. But it's not like motherfuckers ain't into like the intricacies of, like,
it's not a chess game anymore.
Exactly.
Nope,
exactly.
It's
not a chess game.
It's a numbers game.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but
that's all Boston is playing is a numbers game, dog.
That's it. Like, and that's why I'm saying, like, even a few days ago when everybody was saying, like, damn, do you like that shit? No, I'm not saying I like it or I don't like it. I'm just saying that's what it is. These motherfuckers is not changing. They're not deviating from the plan. This is somewhere Mike D'Antoni is sitting back like, I tried to tell y'all motherfuckers to do this shit 20 years ago. But Mike D'Antoni with the, with that type of offense where, listen, man, we just gonna get it up the court fast. We're gonna shoot a lot of threes. What was that? What was Mike D'Antoni's offense called? The 10
The
seconds or
7
less.
seconds or less. The 7
Yeah.
seconds or less.
this
Yeah.
this thing got the fast food offense. But KP, I don't.
Yeah.
But I don't like it for all the reasons that you're saying. So let me, I got to be clear. I'm not disagreeing with you as far as like what Tatum can do and what he should do in a lot of cases. Because remember, I was saying plenty of times on here, they gotta have the savvy to be like, man, this shit is open. I'm going to the cup. And they could be up 3-0 on the Knicks had they done some of that shit.
Like he's got broad shoulders, man. He's 6'10", 6'9", whatever, tall, athletic. Who's his favorite player of all time? Favorite player, Kobe, right? Mid-range. Who's his mentor? His mentor right now, who he says he talks to, is Michael Jordan. He talks to Michael Jordan after every playoff game.
Who?
Those were
Tatum.
Jason Tatum.
That's
Jason Tatum.
This nigga's a Jordan brand
Tatum.
athlete.
I'm just saying. So that's his mentor, and Kobe was his.
Right.
And Kobe was his. Kobe was
Orlando,
his
what up?
favorite player of all time.
Orlando?
And so it's like, man, damn what everybody's talking about. Damn all
everybody.
Get in the middle.
Say that one thing one more time, KP.
My bad, KP.
That last thing one more time.
I said, so your favorite player of all time is Kobe. Your mentor is Mike. These are two mid-range assassins. I understand what the schemes are. I get it. But at some point in series, you go to what you know and what you're good at. And I know he's good in the mid-post. I know he can post up some of those guys and get easier baskets than what he's getting. I've seen him do it.
That's funny that you said that about Kobe. It's like, again, it's another lost art. Like Kobe, okay, if you look up to Kobe, that's your guy. Everybody walk around talking about Kobe's their guy. Oh yeah, Kobe's my guy, and he gave me these challenges.
Julius Randle.
Y'all niggas ain't studying his game. Y'all not studying his game. You know what I'm saying? Like Kobe was maniacal studying Mike's game, and
crazy.
Did
you see that shit about Reggie Miller on All the Smoke?
Yeah.
Bong, did you see that
shit? Yeah.
How he said he was trying to like reenact everything that Jordan was doing, up to the fighting of Reggie Miller.
Absolutely. Kobe was maniacal, but what I respect about him is that he truly talked about it and put in the work about like, hey man, every summer you got to add something new to your bag. You got to do something new. And he made sure he used everything I got. I can play with, take my right hand. I got a broken finger on my right hand. I'm shoot left all game. Like Jason Tatum is not at that point. So when he starts saying like, oh, Kobe's my mentor, somebody, my favorite player, someone I looked up to, nigga, did you watch the work? Did you watch how he gets down? Or are you just saying that because, hey, man, I grew up watching him. I think it's super cool. And to have interactions with him, I can say he's my mentor. He's like somebody that I looked up to or whatever. But you're not watching the game. Because like you said, your game, if you're somebody that says I fuck with Kobe, your game will be way more cerebral. Like what you're saying, or what both of you guys are saying is that, no, he's a system player. Like this is what the system calls for. And I'm rarely will I detract from what the system calls for. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, is Kobe your guy? Because Kobe wasn't going for that. Hey, he gonna tell his couple niggas get out the way. Let me go to work. When the shit's falling and when the shit's breaking down, you know what I'm saying? Jason Tatum, man, and that's why again, I call Fugazi on a lot of that shit. Walking into the garden with the Tim's on and the overalls, Fugazi, but it is what it is, though.
Well, then I would ask too, and I don't know, Dizzle, if you're still in the building, do y'all think that it's a matter of when you see so much potential in somebody, right? And you expect more of them, because like Bong said earlier, this motherfucker almost had a triple double.
Yeah.
But if you don't like the way it looks, if you don't like the way his triple double looks, is because you're expecting so much, and he's so talented, and it's just like, he can do more. Like, do you think that's why there's more criticism for a Tatum, regardless of production?
Yes, because what I watched today, it looked like he went about. I give him. He looked like he went about 65, 70%. That's what he gave. If I
All
were
right,
to grade on effort, that's what it
KP.
looked like.
Do you
What's
know?
up?
What you have to. You know who you have to blame. If a
Who's that?
player if a player is talented, but they're struggling to, you know, maximize on their capabilities, I blame coaching, because at some point in time, if you're a coach and you're coaching this talented player and you feel like that person is not reaching their potential, you have to bear some of the blame for that, because you might have this person in a system where it limits their talent. So
That's
that's where.
that's difficult to do though, because they just won a championship and they have a chance to get back and go back to back.
But
So
were you satisfied with the way he played in the championship run?
no,
Okay,
no,
so
but it
and
was
that's even
but it
in
was
winning a championship. That's what I'm saying. When it will never be
yeah.
enough unless he
So again,
checks every.
you bring him Missoula. Is he Ime Udoka? Is he Ime Udoka? He's not, right? So maybe Tatum under Missoula is unable to maximize his potential like he would under a Ime Udoka, or maybe just a different coach or whatever. Luckily
Mhm.
for someone like Kobe, he had he was self-driven. And then you give me Phil Jackson, who also coached my mentor, the guy that I chased my entire life. So now and it made him be more of a student of the game. So I'm working outside. I'm working on the intricacies of the offense in-house. The product I put out is going to be unlike any other. What tools are they giving Jason Tatum and telling him, like, okay, man, listen, you're at like 70%. We need to get you up to 90, 95%. We need to get you into this upper echelon. Like, you need to work on this. You need to do this. Or this is the offense. When this isn't working, go to that. Go to this. I don't think they're doing that. So it's partially his fault, just if you're asking me, just for not being self-motivated. But then on top of that, the blame rolls downhill. Coaching has to be blamed as well.
Like I would say, okay, the year that they lost in the championship to Golden State, I think that was in 2022. He had a hell of a playoff run. He put out Durant. They swept Durant. Then they beat Giannis, and his head-to-head against both of them was actually better. He was very productive, and it was like, oh man, this dude Tatum. Like, that's when it was clear to the world, like, yeah,
But did
this
you hear?
dude Tatum,
But
he's
did you
next
hear
up.
what I said earlier?
Yeah, you said coaching.
Ime
Yeah,
Udoka was there.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
He's no longer
yeah.
there.
You said coaching. You did.
Now they got
You
now
did,
they
and I
got
agree. And
Tamu.
no,
Oh, okay.
I
Now they
agree
got
with you.
Tamu
No, no,
Ime
no.
Udoka.
I no.
which is
The T-Boo. Hey, got him for the low.
hey. Hey, that's why I was asking though. I was asking about Missoula the other day. Like, remember I
Yeah.
said, is he elite? Like, is he an elite coach?
It's just it's tricky because he's won a championship. So it becomes tricky. It's like, you're
But
not getting the best out of him. I'm just saying it's tricky.
no, I know, but because that's what
Yeah,
you
it's
said about Kerr. You said you can't argue his resume and his accomplishments.
yeah.
So
Hey,
Uh,
I mean, looking at Steve Kerr even today in a loss, I mean, I think
w-
Kerr had his guys ready to play.
but now
Bong.
you're able to see it though. But before, it's like you
Oh,
got Curry on deck, Draymond on deck, Klay Thompson on deck. You
Yeah.
know, that's
oh yeah,
those teams
yeah.
with Iguodala and Wiggins, all those. Like, you got a squad.
He had a buffet.
Durant, like,
It's yeah. We're
Yeah,
never hungry over here. It's the
yeah,
buffet, baby.
exactly. So it's hard to see.
Yeah.
So when you, but
All you can
again,
eat.
Absolutely. So
again,
I want
it's
to
a circumstance again though. Like now he had to, it necessitates him having to do what you say, Bong, get you guys ready. Have somebody like um your boy KP
I
Kaminga,
want yeah
have him ready, even though you done dogged him out throughout the season. Now you need him, so you got to kind of manipulate the situation to build some confidence. So I mean, I could see where it's like, all right, shout out to him for having to play close, but
DP. Before we transition to this Warriors game, I do want to transition. I just want to address this question from Orlando Penner.
is the Joe is
No,
this
no,
one
uh,
or
no,
higher?
above it, a little,
The
yeah, right
Horford?
there. Yep, yeah, yep. If Horford and Orlando Penner, thank you for the question. If Horford damn near retires at the end of this year and Porzingis is not serviceable as much, who do the Seeds bring back this offseason in the middle? And that's the one I'm talking about with Luke Cornett. I think that Luke Cornett is serviceable. If I had to go back and do my research on this guy. One thing, okay, his dad did play in the league, so he's got that pedigree. Um, he played for Vanderbilt. Luke Cornett has the NCAA record for most 3-pointers hit by a 7-footer or by a player over 7 feet. So Luke Cornett can actually shoot the ball. And I was like, okay, well, where did he learn how to shoot? How did he learn how to shoot? I did some more digging. I saw that in high school, he was a 6'2" guard, and then he shot up to be 6'10" between his junior and senior year. So he started off as a guard, so he is able to shoot, and then he just, kept growing, so his position changed. Not saying that he's, really skilled with the basketball or anything like that, but he will rebound. He does finish well around the basket.
What
He
is
does
rebound?
alter.
How's his rebounding looking? Because
Uh, well,
his
he
question was
played.
about bringing somebody in the middle, not necessarily the shooting. So I'm,
Yeah, yeah.
that's not
Um,
like, is he gonna
I don't
bang?
know.
Is he
Like,
gonna do the dirty work like a Horford? Is he, like,
yes,
okay?
yes, he will. Yeah,
So
he
he's the
and I'm
solution
not
to
saying
you.
he's that good. Yeah, yes, he is for what they already have. Yes, because he doesn't have to get out there and get you 15 to 20 points a game. He can get you 10 to 12, and he can alter shots. He can get you about 7, 8 rebounds, and that'll be very, very serviceable for them.
And man,
If they lose those two, I don't know.
we haven't spent any time talking about the Knicks on the Knicks side of things.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah,
But I did want to. Yes, I think Joe Mazzulla might be the Dennis Erickson. You know what I'm saying? Where hey is or like where Ime Udoka was the Jimmy Johnson, right? Like I set this shit up. I have the shit on autopilot,
Mhm.
and somebody
Mhm.
comes in, takes over. They win a championship, and you know, and the shit falls apart because all the culture, all the things that I had in place, or a lot of the things that the culture I created starts to evaporate. But you know, Joe Mazzulla is going to have to. Well, we'll see. I really want to let this series play out, but it's like there are no adjustments. That's crazy.
the,
And that's what I've been. That's why I've been posing that question. Like, what are the adjustments? Like,
it,
what has he done?
and you said you wanted to talk about New York,
Oh, before
so
you move forward, I just want to also highlight this from Orlando Penner, because KP, you said you think Cornette's the solution or whatever. Lopez would be a great fit for them, and he is an unrestricted free agent, I believe, and I do believe that Giannis is gonna be trying to get the hell out of Milwaukee. So if they break that team up and Lopez is looking for a new home and Boston snags him, that would be a good matchup. So that's a good
I
look,
can agree
Orlando.
with that. I can agree with that. And today, today was a holiday, man, in New York City. They celebrated. I think today is 510 day in New York City. It's National OG Ananobi Day. They gave him the holiday. They gave him the day off. My man in 31 minutes had 2 points.
Yeah.
OG,
Not the
OG
off day, not the holiday,
Oh shit.
took
not the fucking
Hey, he
my
holiday.
said
OG
he
Wow,
took an off day. Like,
he took an off day
took
to celebrate his
he
own
took an
holiday.
off day.
Shit,
Absolutely.
damn,
510 OG Ananobi Day. My
man,
man,
that's crazy.
he didn't show up, man. I don't, I,
Yeah,
and he played 31 minutes, so it
mm.
wasn't like he didn't have the opportunity. Even like my
He didn't
Michael
take too many
Bridges,
shots though, man. He didn't assert himself really.
he took the day off. Michael Bridges shot the ball well, 6 for 10 from the field, but did nothing memorable. I
Hmm.
can't remember anything he did in that game. No imprint, no nothing. Josh Hart hustled, played hard. He didn't shoot the ball well, but he always plays hard.
Yeah.
Uh, Cat, Cat's tricking everybody with his stats.
yep,
You look at his stats
yep.
is 21 and 15. You're like,
Hmm.
oh, he was all over the place.
And I
But
got a, I got a question
yeah,
for
yeah,
y'all later
that
on
that
about
shot
that.
that shot was all over the place. Five
Five
for
of
18 from
18.
the field.
Shit.
Yeah. So you was shooting the ball
Womp
all over the place.
womp womp womp. Oh man,
Orlando Painter
Yeah.
says if the Knicks don't win Game 4, it's over.
I believe. Yeah, I agree with that.
I don't want to say
If they,
over yet.
but
It's
again, it still comes down to is the shot falling for Boston or not?
Right.
Like,
that's
that's
why I
really
said I
all
don't
it
want to
is.
say over.
Like it's
That's
Because Boston will let you back in it, boy.
yeah.
absolutely,
It ain't over
Um
till it's over with those motherfuckers. That's
damn.
my,
definitely the
my
case.
man Money Making Mitch. Money Making Mitch couldn't get paid at the free throw line. He
I
he,
see.
he get board
Yeah.
man gets paid. Not when you foul him and send him to the free throw line. My man was 4 for 12, and he's making it a habit of shooting air balls.
But
I
you
don't
know
know.
what? I'll ask about the coaching with that too, like because they're gonna foul him. Do you think you have to make a change? And
I think he serves a purpose because the thing is if you use up your fouls, fouling him early,
Mhm.
then you take him out, and then you start attacking and getting fouled and going to the free throw line. So put him in so that they can use their fouls up, fouling him intentionally. But I think the good that he does outweighs the fact that he can't shoot free throws. Like
Okay.
he's a rim protector. He's a glass eater. So he's going to get offensive rebounds, give your team second chances. He's going to give you defensive rebounds, get your team stops.
But that goes
And he
back
and he brings toughness.
and that goes back to the point that you were making about driving to the basket on Boston's end because um the play that I mentioned where Doris Burke said something about Jaylen Brown, he was driving to
Mhm.
the basket and drew a foul on Karl Anthony Towns. Karl Anthony Towns is going to foul you.
Yeah.
No. Let's be real. Like,
I'm
is
laughing.
he
No,
a rim protector?
Cat.
no, he's not. No, he's
Right.
not. I'm
So
laughing
it,
because his coordination is so nasty. Sometimes he's
Yeah.
fouling because he just can't control his body.
but
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. If you get him on his back foot and you attack the basket, he's going to foul you.
Yeah.
So you can get him in foul trouble, and then you can get Mitchell in foul trouble if you attack enough. Now all of a sudden you've opened up the paint. But the thing is, Boston don't give a fuck about opening up the paint.
Yeah, we don't want to. Oh
They
no, we're
don't
going to open up the paint for the drive and kick.
right.
So,
It's crazy.
Make no
absolutely.
motherfucking sense.
Nah, but okay, so Mitchell Robinson, I feel you with that because he's a rim protector. He'll get you bored, second chance points. He'll and then he'll stop them on one shot opportunities because they are
Yeah.
taking those threes. So if you can limit them to 1-3, if they miss it, make or miss, when you go the other way, because they're not probably, they're gonna miss more than they make every game. They've shown you that.
Yeah.
So you'll have more
Well,
opportunities
this
to
game they
score.
got lucky. They got lucky this game. They win 50% this game.
50%.
Oh well, hey, broke
Yeah.
even.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
I'll say 8 to 9 times out of 10
Yeah.
is gonna be they're missing more. They're missing
Absolutely.
more than what they're making.
The
And
garbage can got the steak tonight.
yeah, there
Absolutely.
you go. Sometimes it happens, baby.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Their next game is on Monday, right?
Yes.
Okay. So who's playing tomorrow?
OKC, Denver,
And then Cleveland and Indiana.
Yeah, Cleveland, Indiana. Yeah.
I'm still calling malpractice on how OKC has handled this, how they've handled the second round. But I know we're not talking about that right now. That's malpractice, man.
Now, if you want to talk about
yeah,
and if you want to talk about somebody going to the cup, you need to talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah.
And how he been letting him off the hook, but that's another
Let
story.
him off the hook.
Yeah.
That's what Dennis Green say. But
we are who we thought they were.
They are who we thought they were. We let them off the hook.
Oh, Denny.
Let the motherfuckers off the hook, man. Man, so Golden State, I get to the game late, and it's like a minute left in the second quarter. I'm like, what the fuck am I looking at? Shit was 40-40.
Yeah.
I said, wow, like that's crazy. That's crazy.
What up,
Golden
engineer?
State goes up 42-40 at the half. Scotty boy, I know you want to believe that Steve Kerr is a bad coach, but not having his star, not having Steph out there.
Orlando said the rest of it.
If you want to crown
their asses, crown them.
Hey, but to not have Steph Curry out there and for this game to be competitive, and they actually had opportunities to seize control of the game. They had opportunities late in the third and fourth quarter to seize control of the game where, like they don't get an offensive rebound. Draymond or Jimmy Butler smokes a layup. Like Jimmy Butler, as good a game as he had to carry them early, late, he missed a lot. He missed a few bunnies at the basket. I don't mind with Draymond because I know Draymond is up there at this point. He's more Rodman than Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Like if he gets to the basket, it's gonna get tricky. Jimmy Butler, when you get around the basket, bro, like I'm expecting that to be a finish. Like and he missed maybe this is like late third quarter and then into the fourth quarter. He missed, man, maybe 4 or 5 easy baskets when the game was in a balance, when it was still teetering. You know what I'm saying? Could have gone either way.
Yeah, that's why I start laughing.
God damn. He said, no, I want it. It's my turn.
It's my money
and I want it now.
Hey, listen, that last foul though on Draymond Green, that was BS.
It was.
That was BS. Like that was not a foul, dog. Out of all the shit that you let go in that game, the calls were like all over the place. Like what was a foul and what wasn't a foul. It was like, what's going on? And then you have him foul out on that. Like, nah. And McDaniels, you gotta dunk, dog. You gotta attack the basket.
Yeah.
And dunk.
Man.
What was he like? It was a couple times where it's like, man,
he didn't get no lift. He's 6'90" and didn't get no lift.
Yeah.
That was it. Yeah.
To look at
Bogus call,
Minnesota, to look at Minnesota in this series versus Minnesota versus the Lakers, it was like, man, somebody was lying to us in round one.
Yeah, shaky baby.
Somebody was lying to us in round one. Hey, I think Orlando said, I think Golden State will rule the day. They allow LeVar to get in their heads and not draft the best player in drafting LaMelo. What I'll say is, Yeah, well, shit. Wiseman's gone anyway. He ain't even motherfuckers on another. Is
No,
he even
that's
still in the
why
league?
he said that.
What?
Is he
Remember, we
still
were
in the
talking
league?
about that last time.
I
Wiseman.
Right.
think he's with. I think he's with Toronto.
Go ahead. I'll
I don't
confirm
think
that.
LaMelo fits a Steve Kerr type offense.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't think, and I don't think he's efficient enough to be Steph's sidekick. Like Clay in his prime or KD, like these dudes are efficient shooters, right? I'm talking about
Yeah,
the old
yeah.
Clay, not the new Clay.
They're marksmen.
Exactly. KD is efficient. Motherfucker give you 30
Yes,
points on 13 shots.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
yes.
Like Clay will give you 20 points in the court, like that type of shit. LaMelo, he's that new age volume shit. Like, yeah, if he gets hot, he can get rolling and go 10 for 20 from three, but he can also go 4 for 18 from three.
Mm-hmm.
And now he shot your ass out the game. So I don't think he would have ever
Yeah,
fit in the Golden State in that system. He wasn't a good fit.
I agree with you because he ain't setting no picks and doing all the dirty work to get the
Right.
other players going before he's getting himself going.
I can see why people would
He's not gonna
argue
do that.
though, because they look at him as a facilitator, and he has the ability to shoot, which seems like it's in line with what Golden State, does or needs in a guard.
Damn,
Um,
Scotty, that sucks.
oh,
Yeah,
That
whoa!
sucks. What did
Damn.
Draymond end the game with?
like
Ooh.
2. Was it 2?
He was blowing layups too. He was blowing them. He
And
was blowing layups.
and
Yep.
by the way,
Finished with 2 points.
yeah, the reason why we haven't seen Wiseman, he's with the Pacers, but he tore his Achilles
Oh,
early
sweet.
in the season. Yeah, so that's why we haven't heard much about him. So man, wish you a speedy recovery on that. And it looks like it was the season opener. So
Oh man.
Hey,
yeah.
Scotty boy. While y'all talking about that. Now, Scotty boy, is that Steve Kerr's fault that Draymond? I'm trying to understand the correlation
Well,
between Steve Kerr being a bum and
nah, he's just
Draymond being
he's mad at everybody. That's
okay.
Scotty Boy's Warriors fan. He's just
Tell him
mad
why
at
you
everybody.
mad, son. Tell him why you mad, son. But
Absolutely. I'm gonna tell you why I'm mad.
right. Orlando, you said imagine practicing with Clay and Steph every day for 4 years. That's where the that's where that new regime of NBA stars comes into play, and the fact that I don't think they respect the OG.
You don't think that they would have kind of molded his game a little bit differently?
Maybe, but again, I don't
know.
think LaMelo Ball he's an Ant Edwards. He's one of these dudes that's like, listen, man, I'm gonna say what I want to say. I'm gonna do what I want to do. I don't give a fuck how you wanted to do it, Steph. I'm gonna do it my way. You know what I'm saying? And like, that's just what
Some
it is.
people love it. Yeah, some people love it, and then some people like, hell no, you need to prove yourself.
Yeah.
I
So
If he would, if I think if LaMelo had more of Lonzo's personality, I think it would have been a fit.
correct. Yeah, absolutely.
But because Lonzo's gonna come in and assimilate.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
LaMelo is like, oh no, you guys are gonna assimilate to me.
But
Right.
that's because he went somewhere where, I mean, who was his vet in Charlotte? And Anthony Edwards, who was his vet in Minnesota?
Now LaMelo has no
Anthony
excuse because
Carl Anthony Towns.
he got the OG. He got Jordan.
Carl Anthony Towns for Anthony
Minnesota
Edwards as his vet.
I'm just saying, it's his vet.
Carl Towns.
Yeah. So now I'm saying, like, what's as far as like molding a player's like style or like the way they prep and carry themselves and the professional side of like the shit we were talking about with Kevin Garnett, how he was getting on the rookies and all that stuff. If you don't go into a system where they kind of have a culture in place, then you're just gonna do your thing. So that's exactly what you have in a situation with Charlotte. What's going on in Charlotte? Fuck is going on in places like there in Washington? And what the fuck was going on in Minnesota before you know, when Anthony Edwards was drafted. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, they're gonna go in there feeling like y'all need me. I
But
don't think he
again,
would go into Golden State
it's
like y'all need me because they've
it's
already done it before.
but check this out, DP. You're talking about guys coming out of high school whose personalities fit perfectly with the situations they went into. Like, yeah, you didn't go into a Jalen Brunson's ideal situation, him coming out of college or whatever. But for LaMelo Ball, loosey goosey in Charlotte, right up his alley. I'm cool with that. I've been doing loosey goosey shit, cussing on TV, doing all this little, reckless shit since I was in high school. And
And
nobody has
dudes was doing
curtailed.
No, I agree.
and dudes was doing reckless stuff in Charlotte. You got Miles Bridges
Yeah, but
doing
that's what I'm
reckless
saying.
stuff.
Look
You
at
got
Charlotte. But that's my
yeah.
point, though. I'm just asking y'all, like, look at Charlotte, right? You don't think it would have been somewhat different if he was in Golden State with who both of you guys have called a face of the league and
I
Curry
think it
and then a Klay Thompson and all those dudes? Like,
would have been a clash because of LaMelo's personality.
I got
LaMelo would go there still believing he's the star.
okay.
yeah.
So
It
so
would
that
it wouldn't have worked.
that's why
It wouldn't have
that
worked.
I'm not saying from a talent standpoint. I'm saying from a personality standpoint. It would have been a problem.
Yeah,
Okay.
it wouldn't have worked.
Yeah, like Draymond would have TMZ'd him before Jordan Poole
Yeah,
in his rookie year.
absolutely. And then LeVar and the family would have came out there and that shit would have got real ethnic.
Yeah,
He did. But
but
hey, listen,
but I
Scotty Boy, KP, I don't know if you want to address his comment on Kaminga.
let me see.
Scotty Boy,
Yeah, I see.
Talent like Kaminga on the bench and refuses to play with him when he had no choice. Okay. Yeah, that Kerr has been living off the fat of the land for a long time. He's won 4 championships. He has a gold medal. So Kerr never has to win again, and he's cemented as an all-time great NBA head coach. He's a Hall of Fame head coach. So he can do that. It's unfortunate. Before Kaminga, I don't know. You guys remember what was the dude name? You remember Jordan Bell?
Yeah.
yeah.
He
Undersized
yeah,
power
but
forward center.
yeah, but Jordan Bell used to play hard and used to show flashes like,
Mhm.
okay, this dude gonna be all right. And
Mhm.
before you knew it, Jordan Bell started creeping down to the end of the bench, and then Jordan Bell was out of the league. So
Okay.
in the situation with Kaminga, um, he's Steve Kerr's in desperation mode. And because he's in desperation mode, he's looking at the end of the bench like, and damn it, Kaminga, just go on in. And even when he put Kaminga in at first, Kaminga was, reluctant to shoot and really take his
Mhm.
man to the basket and do all
Yeah,
that
he shook
stuff.
that shit off real quick.
Absolutely. Then it was
Mhm.
like, man, no, hey man, you got to do it. And it was like, okay,
But then I'll ask
now
you, should Kaminga be playing? Do you think Kaminga should have been playing?
Kaminga should have been playing, but it
So
was
then
clear that it was something personal.
but that's what
And
I'm saying. It's yet another situation where there's a guy who's not playing. Why is he not playing, Kerr?
so in Kaminga's case, I think it was Kaminga was looking for his offense more than they wanted him to. Where they wanted Kaminga to play defense, like they wanted Kaminga to do the stuff that Gary Payton Jr. is doing. And then kind of if you can get a shot here and there, then you could do that. But Kaminga, from everyone I know, Kaminga's a gym rat. I even know, a situation when he wasn't really playing with the Warriors during the regular season and they traveled to LA, Kaminga got into the gym at USC and did his individual stuff. Like
he looks
Kaminga,
like he's got some something in his bag, dog.
Oh, he does. He
Yeah.
puts a lot of work in on his game, and so preparation met opportunity, and there you have it. But I think the situation before that was I think he was hunting for his offense more than what Steve Kerr
I
wanted.
could see that.
Wanted him to play more defense, wanted him to rebound, do all these things because he's freakishly athletic.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you look at the end of the game when they were down by 8. Kaminga
What?
skied for
That was a foul. That was a foul.
Okay, yeah, skied for a rebound.
You talking about where he was on his back?
Yeah,
that was a foul, dog.
Wait, that's not the worst part. DP got the rebound, dribbled out to the 3-point line, hit the 3, and the spread was 5.5. The spread was 5.5.
No.
So hit the 3 to make it a 5-point game.
Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Motherfuckers are mad all across the nation.
Oh,
some people are happy, and some people are like, "Man, fuck Kaminga."
Absolutely,
nah.
But it was Scotty boy, it's personal. I think he was hunting for a shot too much, and I've seen plenty of coaches do that to players, where they're like, "Look, this is what we told you. Go out there and play defense. Go out there and rebound. Run the lanes. Crash the. You want to shoot? Crash the offensive glass. Get that rebound. Then you could go back up with it." I've seen it. I've seen it on many different levels.
Okay, so shout out to Kaminga in Scotty Boy's case.
Yeah,
because he had the Warriors on that plus 5.5.
Yeah, see, he knew about that. Yeah, that plus 5.5. Yeah.
So he was like, shoot it, Scotty Boy in the house, like, shoot it, nigga.
When he climbed on somebody's back. I was like,
oh man.
I was like, am I tripping? Like,
yeah, man.
He got extra high. Like, what?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Before I knew it, man, he was dribbling out to that 3-point line, and I was like, it's about to happen.
Yeah, I wanted to check out that UFC joint too. I was,
turn that shit on. Hold on.
Yeah, I know we had to hop on here and talk about this, so I wanted to hopefully get in and get out, but
But I think that Steve Kerr, I think he's a heck of a coach, man. To keep a team in, they were winning at halftime, and this was the first time in over 20 years that an NBA team was winning in the first half without hitting a single 3-pointer.
Yeah, that's wild.
So, yeah, like
it was a hell of a job. It was a hell of a coaching job for him. I'm not bullshitting.
Absolutely.
And again, it was Jimmy Butler running out of gas late. Like, if we're being honest, like, I think Jimmy Butler did a poor job of bringing them home, and that because the game was in the balance, it was close. And Ant was doing his part. Jimmy Butler didn't hold up his end of the bargain.
I think Jimmy gave him all he had, though. Like,
right.
It
might have been like a LeBron situation.
Yeah, I know he came up short, but when you start seeing, like, this is the telltale to me when a guy is starting to slow down. When you get a step on the defender, and then you start doing all this pump faking. You start doing all this pump faking. It's like, young Jimmy Butler wouldn't have did that. Jimmy Butler 2 years ago wasn't doing that. Like,
well, I mean, they got to adjust though, man. Like,
I get it. I'm just saying you could see that he's getting a little older.
Yeah.
And he's slowing down. He's not the same Jimmy Butler, when he first went to Miami.
Which is why a situation like Golden State, when healthy, full roster healthy, is a cool situation for him. But when you
allow him to be Robin,
when you turn to him to take, and he can take the game over, but it's gonna look a little bit different than what you're used to. Like, if you're looking for 2 years ago Jimmy Butler, it's gonna look a little bit different. He's had some injuries and stuff. He's been banged up and had to fight through some stuff. So yes, like, naturally,
and he goes out of his way to remind motherfuckers that Steph Curry is him. Steph Curry's the guy. Steph Curry's Batman, like all that shit.
So, and look, when that happens, you don't have to worry about somebody even remotely thinking about you having to be the guy. But unfortunately, now they do because Curry's hurt. So the
Yeah,
spotlight is on him. It
yeah.
ain't on Draymond Green. He ain't carrying the offense. Like he can set a lot of stuff up, but he's
And
not carrying an offense.
the
Carrying the
sad
offense.
part, the sad part is, again, what I'm saying, what I think about Minnesota, you're letting basically Jimmy Butler and uh, Jonathan Kaminga
Kaminga.
take y'all
Yeah.
motherfuckers to the depths of the earth.
Looks bad.
Like it's terrible,
It looks
bro.
bad.
And then your boy Gobert is just, gosh, he's hard. It's hard to watch him play basketball. So it's like the fact that the Lakers allowed this motherfucker to really do what he did to him in Game 5, the closeout game, it like really makes it even that much worse. Like JJ Redick, hold that. You got to hold that
Did,
one.
did you see that and one dunk that Gobert got at the
yeah,
end, man?
yeah. When they fouled him from behind, pause.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But you know what? This is what I've seen. They are, in a sense, playing through Julius Randle.
yeah,
Like he is initiating a lot of the offense from the top of the arc. He gets the ball, and then they go in motion through their screens, and then they're expecting Julius Randle to make the passes. I mean, he made a couple cool passes, but if you ain't open, you know he about to start pounding the rock and turn his back to the basket and
yeah,
dip and dive, may start gunning some threes. Like, listen, Julius Randle plays hard. He makes it look
Yes.
hard too.
yeah.
Like,
You know what though? I respected what he did tonight.
yeah, he
You
got
know,
busy. He got busy.
yeah,
It's
I respected what he did tonight. He didn't
it's
shoot
the
good from the field. It
it's
was,
the
you know, it
hardest
was
triple double
triple double.
that
Yeah,
you're probably gonna see in the playoffs.
yeah,
Absolutely,
But they
man.
need him. They need that type of production from him. But they are, if you notice, if you look at it, they do play through Julius Randle a lot. Like the offense is initiated by passing it to him early in the shot clock, and then there's
Yeah,
movement and motion
and
around.
I think they he also did something that was very telling. I think it was probably late in the third quarter or maybe early in the fourth. I can't remember exactly when, but he went at Draymond on some physical shit. And Draymond complaining to the refs coming up the court, but he's like, "Listen, man, I'm not backing down from your ass. Like, you a tough guy, I'm a tough guy. You know what I'm saying? Like that has been, you know what I'm saying, like one of those hidden gems, like Julius Randle basically confronting Draymond at every turn. You know, just like, hey, go into it. Hey man, not to talk football, man. I was just waiting for Deal World to get in the chat. I know he's a Saints fan. He's a New Orleans
Oh
fan.
man.
So you know what I'm saying? If you ever hop in the chat, Deal World, if you hop in the chat tonight, man, I love to talk a little Derek Carr and where you guys go. That rookie that you guys drafted, you're probably gonna have to log some minutes this year.
Yeah.
The guy I said was better than Shador. But
And have you seen I'm not gonna go too far into it. Have you seen Coach Prime's Instagram account? You
no,
know
what
he
happened?
gonna you didn't see Shador dropping dimes in the rookie
Oh
in the
yeah,
rookie camp?
mini camp, and they're
Yep.
saying he's looking better than
and
Dylan
Dylan
Gabriel.
Gabriel.
Listen,
Yeah,
listen. You know they have the resources to show you too. That shit's
Yeah.
gonna be all over
So
social
NFL
media and outlets and all of that shit.
on NFL.com. This is the hypocrisy of the business side of sports. NFL.com has a 20-minute long clip of Shador Sanders minicamp, his little workouts at minicamp.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they're posting that to the top of the NFL page. Like, damn, NFL, y'all showing y'all this fifth rounder,
Mm-hmm.
this fifth
for the
rounder.
espionage.
Come on, man, that's crazy to me. How they're like not even exploiting him, but just, hey, man, his
Yeah,
popularity and
no,
the
that's what it
storyline
is.
behind it. Yeah, yeah. Like
That's what it is.
they're taking full advantage. They're taking full advantage. You know what I'm saying? And
And what's he
it's
getting paid for that?
not much. He can't look. He can't even get his number 2. He can't even get his number 2. They asked him why he chose 12. He said, "Motherfucker, was the best possible number available."
It's got a 2 in it, baby.
Yeah,
Corporate espionage.
and I'm not gonna pay because I think another rookie took number 2. I think one of the earlier round draft picks.
The
took number
disrespect is
2.
real.
They did it. He did it to probably get a little payday. And Shador's
Yeah.
like, I ain't got no signing bonus, so you know what I'm saying. I ain't got no signing bonus, so fuck that. I'm not paying for it. Like I'll just be 12. You know what I'm saying? And if old boy want to be 2, long live 2. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it's fucked up what they doing to Shador. You know, obviously,
but you know, 12 is his pop's number backwards too. So
yeah, and
it's his boy's number.
His mentor that overlooked him 5 times.
Oh no, I was talking about Travis
Hunter. I know who you were talking about, and I know who Bong talking about too.
But the funny thing is, I think they interviewed Tom Brady, but I just haven't had a chance to listen to it. I want to hear what he has to say because I think they asked him about Shador and the draft and what happened there and what his thought process is and all this other stuff. But you know, Shador looks good. He looks good in camp. I mean, obviously, it's basically a glorified 7-on-7.
Yeah.
But you know, picks in the 5th round. Yeah, no 5th round. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if he balls out, he'll.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He'll definitely
that ain't the best.
Get his bread sooner.
Yeah. That's not the best lick though. Like, come on, that's not the best lick.
No, obviously,
I see what he's saying though, to not be locked into a rookie deal like that,
where they can pick up your 5th year option.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I understand that.
Hey, he
can get to the money sooner.
He's going to have to make his money off the field, and he has no problem. He'll have no problem doing that. You know what I'm saying? But again, I think he has the support of a lot of the players, and you know, who's the son that does like all the social media content?
Junior.
Is that Deion Jr.?
Yeah.
So he's posting all the little stuff. He shows like, hey man, he was there like 20, 30 minutes after camp, still throwing the receivers.
What I say earlier.
Like, yeah, they're gonna make sure
the resources to put that shit all over social media. You gonna see.
Yeah, all the positive.
We gonna see.
They're gonna spin that shit positively. And he's I mean, I think Dylan Gabriel's already shaking in his boots.
Oh, he's in trouble. He's in trouble.
It's
he's in trouble.
Even if not that, it's a super uncomfortable situation, dog. You know what I mean? So even if not shaking, it's uncomfortable.
And, I mean, because the first thing is like, you drafted me. Why would you draft him?
Right.
You already got me.
Right.
Yeah.
But
he thought he was walking into a starting job. He like, oh man, Kenny Pickett.
Yeah.
Joe, the corpse of Joe Flacco. Like, easy work.
and
easy work.
And realized that Cleveland had buyer's remorse. Drafters remorse.
So y'all think
Cleveland
Cleveland is carrying both rookies on the active roster?
I don't.
They have to. They have to.
So you think? Why? So basically, you think who do you think is out of there then, Bong? Pickett or Flacco?
If I had to guess, it'd be Pickett. Yeah.
Okay.
Why do they have to? Why do they have to keep both rookies?
Because they don't have any legitimate options.
Oh, Orlando Pinner is saying Pickett, Flacco, Shador.
Yeah, that's what I would say, but I don't think it's that order. But that's what I would say.
Yeah, I was thinking the rookies are battling for, like I say, they were battling for the active roster spot, and then the other one's going to go to the practice squad. But
yeah,
I don't know. But shit,
Dylan, we think you need a little bit more practice.
We'll see. We'll see here pretty soon. You know, time flies. We already about to hit the middle of May. So football season is gonna be here before you know it.
Yeah.
But man, I mean, not to
Can we spend a second to talk about the New Orleans Saints and how, again, before the draft, we knew that there was some speculation that why do I call this motherfucker Joe Flacco?
Derek Carr.
Derek Carr could potentially miss the season or extended time, and
Mm-hmm.
how negligent they were going into the draft. Do you think they bring in Aaron Rodgers?
It's looking like a possible landing spot for him, definitely. And if they do, if they try to get in that Aaron Rodgers sweepstakes, if that's what you want to call it,
Right.
let's say the Saints land him. How does Pittsburgh look, dog, at this point?
Yeah, it's everybody's assuming that Pittsburgh has a handshake deal with Aaron Rodgers already, right?
That man said Taysom Hill
Taysom
gonna be the
Hill gonna be
QB.
at the QB, huh?
Right. Everybody assumes that Pittsburgh has a handshake deal with Aaron Rodgers, and he just doesn't want to come and do all the OTAs and all the mini camps and all the other stuff. But you're learning a new system, new players. Why do you want to bring him in like that in the first place? But again, from all, obviously, I followed a little bit of the Pittsburgh stuff because of the trade they had with the Cowboys last week or this week. And from what everybody's saying, they're stockpiling picks for next year. They have like 13 picks in next year's draft. So
The Steelers?
maybe the Steelers do. And maybe they package some of those to go after this rich quarterback class that's, supposed to be on the horizon next year. I just thought it was funny that they had no quarterback, and in the first round they went D tackle or something like that. Totally the Pittsburgh thing to do. Like, y'all motherfuckers don't have a quarterback, but you're gonna go get a D tackle in the first round. But it is what it is.
I agree with what Orlando Penner is saying. I think that they may trade for Jameis, bring Jameis back.
Jameis just signed. He just signed.
Yeah,
with
he just signed with the
with
Giants,
New York.
so.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I don't think they. I don't know. I don't see that happening.
Give up a 5th round pick, get Jameis.
But I didn't think
with the
about. I didn't think
So
about. Well, is he familiar with this? Maybe the squad, but they got a new coach and everything.
Oh, they do have a new coach.
Yeah.
What about Kirk?
Listen, if they want to make a trade for a vet, it's a possibility. But I'll say this about Carr. Because I know we're not really discussing him because everybody said he's actually announced his retirement. I think he's gonna come back. He's
for another organization.
Yeah. He's 34. Quarterbacks are playing until they're 40 nowadays. He's probably gonna rehab, get right, and go to another squad. Look, the same way it would seem like the Saints were done with him, I think he was done too. Like, he knows it's just not the best situation for him. He knows he's dealing with an injury, so he's like, fuck it, I'll retire. That's how you just get out of your fucking contract. Like, I retire. And then you take whatever time it is, that you have to away from the league before you're reinstated and you have the ability to go to another squad. I think he's going to come back, though.
I mean, I can see it. But
like that,
he's cooked.
The New Orleans Saints decide to take Tommy DeVito.
Hey, I mean, it's hell to pay.
He said, "Who Carr think he is? Brett Favre."
So we'll see what it is, man. But Yeah, the Saints is a bad organization. That's a bad organization. What Orlando said is that's
That
not how it
you said
works.
that's not how it works. Well, I mean, I think he wants out of there too. The Saints clearly aren't behind Carr, dog. It's
Yeah.
clear they're not. So I don't even know what his contract is looking like how many years he has on his contract. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know how many years. That's why I say, how many years does he have on his contract?
I think he was in the last year of his deal. Yeah.
Yeah, but Orlando, you're saying they'd still have his rights if he decides to return. I don't think they would give a shit if he goes somewhere else, is what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Well, it's just the asset, so they would still
True.
be able to trade him for something in return.
And they'd
Essentially,
probably gladly do it, is what I'm saying. Like, but
Oh, where do you want to go?
yeah,
right.
but he's
Right.
making it clear, like, fuck it, I'll retire. Like, just so there's no confusion as to whether you think I want to
He's
be
coming
here or
back
not.
or not.
Yeah, like it's
Yeah.
like y'all not fucking with me, I'm not fucking with y'all either. I retire.
He's another one that he never went to a decent franchise. I think he played with the Raiders.
Yeah.
He was not over 500 as a starting quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
He never won a playoff game. He made a ton of money, but
Yeah.
these are the breaks, man. It's only about, I'll say, on the larger side, maybe 10 organizations that really dedicate themselves to trying to do football things the right way, and
Wow,
they're
Bong. You said
consistently.
he didn't have a winning record. My fault.
He didn't.
77 and 92. You're absolutely right. Just
Yeah,
wanted to give you
sub 500. But again, it's probably like 8 to 10 teams in the NFL that are really dedicated to winning football games and trying to chase a championship. The rest of these teams, they're owners that love the profit sharing and collecting millions and billions off of revenue at the gate, concessions, parking. It's a business at the end of the day. They treat it as such. They don't give a fuck about, you know what I'm saying, like whether we win a championship or not. Now, I've been in Jacksonville because Jacksonville is one of those squads. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, what are y'all doing? But they're trying to go for it, right? They feel they have a quarterback that can win, that they can win with Trevor Lawrence.
They're about to find out. They're about to find out if they can win with him this year or
Absolutely.
in the next couple years.
Bong.
Hey, KP,
Bong.
your boy, what up?
No, go ahead.
I was about to say your boy Travis Hunter. They said that he spent the first couple days practicing with the offense, and then next week he's going to start practicing with the defense. So that little circus shit over there, like, bro,
They gonna let him. I'm telling you, man.
I'm not buying that.
Bong.
Yo,
Chubb going to Dallas.
no,
Yeah, I think it's too crowded of a running backs room right now.
no. Chubb is not
they
going to.
think it's crowded in Cleveland. It's crowded in Dallas too.
And here's the thing about Dallas. The Dallas ownership front office, with that Pickens trade, they know that they've appeased 95% of Cowboy fans. We've done enough. They like, hey, listen, man, they've done enough. That is enough for them to say, hey, man, we did something splashy for y'all. Shut the fuck up. You're always complaining that we don't spend money and we don't go out and go try and sign high profile players. Here, you know what I'm saying? It's one of those, man, here. Just fucking take it. So, like, now they know that all Cowboys fans is gonna shut the fuck up. We happy. We okay, cool. Thank you. We appreciate it. Thank you for doing something that you're supposed to do every year, which is upgrade the fucking roster. But, you know, going running back, no, I think they invested highly in the O-line, like you said the other day. You got O-line, you got weapons outside, and you got a tight end that's decent, that can take pressure off the running back. You shouldn't need a dynamic running back is basically what their thought process. Like, we should be able to get out there with Miles Sanders, Javonte Williams, and a rookie and make that shit happen. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
I wonder
yeah,
where Chubb ends up though, because
right.
I don't think
Engineering.
he's going back. I don't
They
think he's going
definitely
back to
didn't
Cleveland.
spend money. Oh yeah, I think they were. I saw something on ESPN.com today saying that the ownership brass or the management in Cleveland said that a Chubb deal is looking less and less likely. So Chubb is definitely done in Cleveland. Because I mean, if you were going to bring him back, y'all waiting this long? Like
Yeah.
that'd be damn near disrespectful to try and bring him back in after that. Like we just want to wait you out and drive your value down.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So but stranger things have happened, man. This the NFL. Somebody's going to get hurt in training camp. He's staying healthy. Somebody's going to get hurt in training camp. I'm going to bring Chubb in, and it may be again. He may have because that injury last year was crazy. It was like MCL, PCL.
2 years ago. 2 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
2 years
It
ago.
was 2 years
But
ago. No,
Yeah.
that was last year.
No, he played last year.
no, he
He
Oh
played
yeah, he
last year.
came back last
yeah,
year.
he came
I'm
back.
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so he's 2 years. He's 2 years removed now from the.
Yeah.
So that's DP's magic number right there.
Yeah.
2 years
He's
removed.
he should be better, but I mean he should know his new body. But yeah. But remember what the Browns second round pick was Judkins, the Ohio State, one of the Ohio State running backs.
Yeah,
So that
they
just
don't need him.
shows you. Yeah.
They don't need him. Yeah, I
Yep.
mean, and engineer. Yes, the Cowboys technically did not spend any money. This is true. George Pickens is only making $3.5 million this year. Again, but for their standard of living, right? It's instead of the Cowboys didn't go to uh, the thrift store, they went to Burlington. They went to Burlington Coat Factory, right? So like I normally go get my jeans from the secondhand store, but today I'll just go to Burlington Coat Factory and go get me some $12 jeans. But
Yeah.
hey, you'll never see the Cowboys shopping at Nordstrom's, not even Macy's, J.C. Penney, none of that shit.
There's a Nordstrom's down the street, but Goodwill's right here.
We're gonna go to Nordstrom. We're gonna go to Nordstrom Rack.
Right, exactly. So but they got a bunch of people.
Here's a question. Dak, Trevor, and Murray on the hottest seats for QBs next year.
No,
and Chubb and Chubb to the Broncos. That's where he'll go.
Didn't they pick up a running back? The Broncos in the draft?
Yeah, they did. Yes, they did. R.J. Harvey.
Harvey is out of where?
Ooh.
Not Kentucky. He's not out of Kentucky.
He's out of Central Florida.
Central Florida. Okay.
I'm thinking. I don't know why I'm thinking. Chargers or the Broncos. The Chargers picked up a running back, but you said Dak, Trevor, and Murray, Kyler Murray on the hot seat. I think Kyler Murray, if he can't, what he did with Marvin Harrison Jr. last year was terrible.
Yeah, like
I mean,
it was almost like he was trying to make a point. Like
exactly. So I don't know what's going on with that. If you can't win with, oh yeah, CD Lamb is Nordstrom quality. D Riley.
D Rile's in the building.
We only get Nordstrom when we draft. We won't go and trade for or sign free agents as Nordstroms, right? But to Orlando's point, Dak, Trevor, and Murray are on the hot seat. Trevor's definitely on the hot seat. Trevor has to show improve because
and he said
he hasn't done anything.
Murray has only produced one 1,000-yard receiver in his whole career.
Yeah, and then Murray is definitely on the hot seat. The thing about Dak is, again, remember, he's 2 years removed from being in the MVP conversation. He was a runner-up. Last year, the Cowboys self-sabotaged because they wanted to get Mike McCarthy out of there. So they basically said, we're not going to give you any talent. We're not going to give you any, hey, this is what you got. Make it work with what you got. So they self-sabotaged last year. This year, with Pickens and CD and a new offensive play caller, a new O-line with some competent offensive line coaches, a competent defensive coordinator. They have a hard schedule. I think they said they have somebody. I think NFL.com said the Cowboys have the fifth hardest schedule in the league, so it's not going to be easy. But boy, hey, to get to line up with CD and George Pickens, and then you still got like Kevontae Turpin as like a little speedster out the backfield. You got the rookie Blue as a running back. Plus, everybody's saying it's going to be Javonte Williams in Blue, and then Miles Sanders is kind of just going to play the veteran role.
They think Maffa will be like the Thunder kind of back. They say he's like a bruiser, will run between the tackles and stuff. That's the running back out of Clemson.
Then what is Williams?
I don't know. We'll have to see.
Absolutely.
Before he was injured, he had a little more wiggle,
a little bit more
burst.
Yeah.
So,
Scotty Boy, hey Scotty Boy, you said Cowboys go 10-7. If we go 10-7, I can live with that. I'm okay going 10-7.
Does that get you in the playoffs?
More
No, 10-7 may not get you in. Yeah.
I mean, it's been the magic number for most, and obviously there's times where
10-6 was the magic number. No, 10-6 was the magic number.
Yeah.
When it was 16 games. But this is 17 games now. So that's why I'm saying that 10-7.
10-7, we'll see.
We'll see. We'll have to see.
Yeah. At the end of the day,
NFC East is going to be tough, man.
It's going to be tough. But I think a lot of people are putting a lot of stock and a lot of faith in Jaden Daniels.
Come on, engineer.
Bong, I see engineer trying to get you going, man.
Come on, engineer.
Nah, not worried. Let's see if Jaden Daniels can repeat what he did last year. He still got the same offensive coordinator. He still got the same head coach. It's still the same system.
Mm-hmm.
You repeat what you did last year. You make a deep run. I tip my cap to you. You're the best young quarterback I've seen since Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, because everybody's waiting to see if he hits that sophomore slump. But all the things that you have named are on his side. You still have your OC, all that stuff. So you're good. You're good to go. Yeah.
But, again, if all that is true, Jaden Daniels, I tip my cap to you. Sir, you're the best I've seen in a while since, young Patrick Mahomes. But I feel like the NFL defense is going to test that chin. That chin going to get tested this year because most NFL defenses adjust to rookie quarterbacks after the first year. It's just a fact. It's a fact. So, we'll
Ferguson,
see.
Ferguson is still the tight end.
And for the record, my boy D Riley is a 49ers fan. Y'all a season away from rebuild, D Riley.
Yeah. Hey, D Riles, you wanna pay your QB?
That's a good question.
Let's start there. You want to pay your QB?
Man, it looks so much different when McCaffrey is healthy versus McCaffrey not being there. It is so different.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Oh, look! All you get, he just laughing at that. Okay, baby.
Mm-hmm. Scotty Boy.
He said, "No."
You don't want to pay the quarterback, huh? Hey, Scotty Boy, I'm telling you that I'm being realistic. So Scotty Boy says, so you're telling me Cowboys fans are celebrating that trade to go 10-7 You can't make this up. No, what I'm telling you is I have to be realistic. We're still in a hard division. We're still looking up at the Eagles. We had now if we went after a Derrick Henry for 2 or 3 years last year, and we're coming out with Pickens, CD, Ferguson, Henry in the backfield, new revamped O line.
It's looking promising.
We're looking at a 12-win, 13-win team. What I'm telling you is, if we go 10-7, I'm not mad. If we overachieve and go 11 or 12, win 11 games, 12 games, I'm not mad. But I'm not going out there with the expectation that, hey man, it's going to be a 14-win season because we traded for George Pickens. You get what I'm saying? Like, we have a lot of hope. To this day, what your boy Deontay Wilder say? To this day, we still can't stop the run. We still don't have a defensive tackle that can stop the fucking run. The Cowboys, my entire life, well, not my entire life, but the last 20 years, can't stop the run. Can't stop the run. And we still haven't addressed the defensive tackle issue aggressively enough to where we can say, okay, man, we can go into a game knowing that we can stop the run. We just keep getting more pass rushers and saying, if we just build a 7 to 10 point lead, the other team will just have to abandon the run. And it's like, okay, yeah, that works sometimes, but then what when we can't? All we have to do is go up 7.
Sound like analytics. Step football analytics.
Sound like some.
They're gonna have to throw the ball. It's gonna be
Boston Celtics shit.
More chance to get sacks, interceptions.
Yeah, some Boston Celtics shit.
Absolutely.
Drop back and throw that bitch.
Yeah.
They're gonna catch it eventually.
Russell Simpson. This is Scotty boy. Hey, D. Riley, man. You guys got some young receivers. You guys are getting rid of all the old guys. Debo's gone. Kittle's
D. Riley speaking facts about his team. He know what's up. At least he ain't sounding irrational. Like that's a fact. They got to get some shit together.
Yeah. I think damn, Ayuk got hurt, right? He was his ACL or Achilles?
Oh, I don't know, but he did get hurt again, right?
He got hurt. Remember, he sat out.
Yeah.
Finally got paid. Came in for a couple of weeks and got hurt, but they had a couple of receivers step up. The Jennings stepped up for San Francisco. The rookie that got shot, he eventually stepped up late in the season.
It was an ACL and MCL tear.
Okay. So, but you guys still have McCaffrey, man. And with him, Kyle Shanahan calling plays, you'll be competitive.
Will he be healthy?
They said he's healthy. Last year
when my man going, when he going to Germany last year?
Oh yeah, doing that same shit LeBron be doing.
Yeah, he's going to Germany.
Getting that deer antler.
Yeah, he on that Balco.
Right. Hey, Trent Williams, the who never gets old. Trent Williams about to be 40 years old. Still one of the top offensive linemen in the league.
Still want to put paws on somebody.
Yeah,
absolutely. Man,
we shall see, baby. We
shall. It's that time of the show.
Yeah. KP. You're getting to these locks. So
all right. So
get your pads ready. Get your pens ready or your tablets, whatever you keep your notes on. KP, you already know what needs to be said before you get this shit jumping, though. Bong, please let these people know what the deal is. Let the chat know.
The thoughts and views of KP are his and his alone and do not represent the thoughts and views of 2Peez and a Bong. Please gamble responsibly. We do not have any sponsors.
And KP's motto for this is, you can bet your bottom dollar just don't bet the ones on top. KP, who you got?
Well, we was living in the penthouse, and today put us in the doghouse. Wasn't looking good today. Out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8
Look what engineers
games,
say.
we won 3 out of 8 in the first set of games. That was Boston, New York. And in the second set of games, we did 3 for 6 in the second set. So we went 50% in the second set, but we were 3 for 8 in the first ones. So weren't looking good. I'm not going to go through all the ones that we did and didn't do. I'm going to shorten it up this time. But for tomorrow, I'm sorry, what did Scotty Boy say?
He
Oh,
said
okay, he's still talking about
Draymond
Draymond.
messed me up so bad.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll be able to sleep tonight.
Take
Take me to the
uh,
promised land, KP.
all right.
Take this man to the promised land. Stop playing.
Scotty Boy,
Take him
pay
to the
close
promised land.
attention
Here we go,
to what
Scotty
you
Boy.
want to take heed to and ignore when this man is talking.
So let me say that I'm going to give you some picks. I'm not telling you to parlay all these pieces, but here the picks go. Peyton Watson over
What kind of
4
shit is
points.
that? Hold on, wait. You gonna give him some picks and don't parlay all these pieces. What do you want him to parlay?
No, I'm saying I'm giving you picks, but don't parlay them all together. I'm giving you like 16
I know.
picks.
So you don't have a solid like these are your go-tos?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
But I'm gonna start. These are the ones I like. All
All
right.
right.
We got the Peyton Watson over 4.5 points. I think that's going to be a good one. Christian Brown over 3.5 rebounds. Aaron Gordon over 16.5 points. Jamal Murray over 2.5 rebounds.
Oh, that's yeah.
Russell Westbrook over 7.5 rebound and assist combined.
Oh, nigga, let me go put a couple of these in right now.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander over 4.5 rebounds. I don't know if y'all remember last game he had 12. Nikola Jokic over 13.5 rebounds. I'm taking it. Shea over 32 points. I'm taking it.
Ooh, those two I don't know, but go ahead.
So that's for that game, right? For the next game, Donovan Mitchell. I didn't even look at what his points were. Just go over. As long as it's not 38, go over. All right.
This man
His
don't
PR,
know the points. He just said go over,
but go
y'all.
over. But his PRA is 41. I said go over on
Scotty
that PRA
boy.
because listen, Donovan Mitchell. He said they lost him at Shea.
Yeah.
That's fine. PRA 41. He may get 41 points alone. So take that PRA for Donovan Mitchell. TJ McConnell over 1.5 rebounds. Absolutely. Obi Toppin over 0.5 assists. Absolutely. They have Obi Toppin at the middle of that zone, and he's making the dump down pass. So
I
absolutely,
can
he'll
see
get
that.
1 assist. TJ McConnell, I'm going to take him for over the rebounds and assists. It's 6.5. I'm taking it. I think he had 6 assists in the first half or 5 assists in the first half of last game. Taking it. Obi Toppin over the rebounds and assists for 4.5. I'm taking it. And Evan Mobley over 2.5 blocks. That's the gamble, but I'm taking it.
Mm.
And there you have it. KP's picks.
There's a lot of I'm taking it in there.
KP sounded like a Vegas wise guy.
Hey, you got to be careful with those 1 assist joints. Because remember, I lost mine off of Moody not getting 1 assist with Golden State the other night. So I feel you.
yesterday it was who was it? It was Campaign. He had to get one. It was 0.5 rebounds.
And he didn't get it?
Oh no, he got it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he
Okay.
got it. Yeah, he chased that rebound down. I was like, look at Campaign. Fighting for that rebound. I see you.
Hey, engineer, death threats is part of the game. But
money line.
now that gambling is involved with sports, death threats is gonna be at an all-time high.
Oh man.
Scotty might be cooking some shit up for Draymond right now.
DMs and all up in the DMs.
money line plays for tomorrow.
You stupid, Bob.
Money line plays for tomorrow,
like,
Scotty boy.
Like a Scotty boy.
Take it. I'll take Denver, Scotty boy, on the money line.
Oh no,
Denver,
sorry, KP.
Denver.
Let me stop.
Oh no, that's
go
ahead. Denver goes up 3-1 tomorrow, so I'm taking Denver on the money line, and I would take Cleveland on the money line to tie the series up 2-2. So those are the money line games.
KP, can you understand how crazy that sounds? Denver goes up 3-1 in a series where OKC has basically controlled the majority of that shit. That's wild as hell.
And they should have won that last game, man. I
think Denver goes up 3-1.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it.
Yeah,
I don't doubt it.
So yeah, those are KP's picks, y'all.
Those are the picks,
hey,
man.
Do with that information what you will.
What you will, what you will.
And you know who
they're coming soon on the Discord. I'm just playing.
The Discord will be up soon, though. So,
all right, that's what I'm talking about.
There you go,
Scotty boy.
But
KP might be on to something.
Might be on to something, huh?
KP might be on to some bullshit. But y'all can rock with that if you will.
Oh,
indeed.
But shit, anything else y'all want to add before we get up out of here, man?
Nah, man. Thank you for tuning in to another show.
Hey, appreciate y'all for talking a little football with us on the back end of this shit too.
Yeah. He be sleeping in his hey, well, Scotty boy, just make sure you park in a McDonald's parking lot so you can get the Wi-Fi.
There you go.
Hey man, we might listen. We might have to invite you as a guest if you sleeping in the car, man.
Absolutely.
see this like the Paul Pierce walk.
I don't even know if he really did that whole walk.
Hey, he didn't do that shit.
Yeah.
He somehow came across KG. Like, man, what the fuck? KG, man, knock it off.
Yeah.
He was wearing white shoes. I'm like, yeah, that's a lie. Get the fuck out of here. But yeah, man. So,
all right. Well, shit. All right, then. I guess that's it, y'all. Well,
appreciate y'all tapping in, man.
Yeah, thanks again to everybody. Everybody in the building. We appreciate y'all. 2P's in the Bong. We out.
Peace.